Have you ever been in a conversation and had a gut feeling that something just didn't add up? It's frustrating when you're not sure whether someone is being honest with you. Well, today, we're going to give you the tools you need to spot a liar with confidence. In this video, we'll walk through the 7 signs someone is lying to you, from body language clues to verbal inconsistencies that can reveal the truth. Knowing these signs will not only make you a better communicator, but will also help you navigate tricky situations with ease. Whether you're dealing with a friend, a colleague, or even a stranger, understanding how to detect dishonesty is a valuable skill in today's world. So, stick around and take notes, because once you recognize these signs, you'll never look at conversations the same way again. And if you're ready to unlock the secrets of human behavior, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful videos like this one. Let's dive in and learn how to spot a lie before it even hits your ears. Number 1. Inconsistent stories. The inconsistency in someone's story often reveals a deeper truth hidden beneath their words. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This principle invites us to focus not only on what is said, but on how it is said. When someone's narrative shifts or contradicts itself, it challenges our ability to discern the essence of their intentions. The Stoic approach encourages patience and keen observation, reminding us that truth often lies in the subtle details that inconsistency exposes. When a person offers conflicting accounts, they disrupt the harmony of logic and reason, principles highly regarded by Stoics. Marcus Aurelius urged us to align our thoughts and actions with reason, for it is the foundation of a virtuous life. Inconsistent stories defy this alignment, creating a rift between what is said and what is real. Such dissonance forces us to confront our own judgment. Do we take their words at face value, or do we seek the truth buried beneath the surface? The Stoic mindset teaches us to question with purpose, using rationality to navigate the complexities of human behavior. Lies, no matter how cleverly crafted, are fundamentally fragile because they lack the stability of truth. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, argued that, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." This poignant reflection reminds us that dishonesty, represented by inconsistent stories, is a reflection of human weakness. A liar weaves a fragile web, often undone by their own inability to recall the intricate details of their fabrication. By observing these cracks in their narrative, we can recognize deception and respond with measured wisdom. The Stoic practice of equanimity is crucial when faced with someone's inconsistencies. Instead of reacting emotionally or judgmentally, we must remain grounded, as Stoicism emphasizes maintaining control over our emotions. If someone's story does not add up, it is not an invitation to anger or frustration, but an opportunity to reflect. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, wrote Marcus Aurelius. By staying calm, we can approach the situation with clarity, allowing reason to guide our response instead of being clouded by suspicion or haste. To a Stoic, the inconsistency of others is a lesson in self-control and the imperfection of human nature. It is not our role to condemn or belittle, but to understand the limitations that drive people to distort the truth. Their conflicting words are a mirror of their inner turmoil, and by acknowledging this, we demonstrate the Stoic virtues of compassion and understanding. Observing inconsistency becomes not only a way to uncover dishonesty, but also a practice in nurturing our own character, remaining steadfast in reason and virtue amidst the unpredictability of human interaction. Number 2. Avoiding eye contact. Avoiding eye contact can often reveal much more than words ever could. As Marcus Aurelius observed, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. This insight reminds us that our inner state inevitably manifests outwardly. When someone avoids meeting your gaze, it may signal unease, guilt, or an effort to conceal their true intentions. The eyes, often called the windows to the soul, naturally reflect honesty or its absence. To a Stoic, such avoidance is an opportunity to observe rather than judge, recognizing that human behavior is shaped by the complexities of internal struggle. The act of averting one's eyes disrupts the natural flow of communication, a principle central to Stoic philosophy, which values alignment between thoughts, words, and actions. Seneca emphasized that truth never perishes, and avoidance of eye contact often contradicts this eternal truth. By breaking the connection established through a steady gaze, an individual creates a barrier between themselves and their listener, signaling a potential divergence from sincerity. For the observer, this becomes a chance to engage rational judgment rather than rushing to conclusions, maintaining the Stoic commitment to thoughtful discernment. In Stoicism, every action is an opportunity to practice virtue, even when confronted with dishonesty. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Avoiding eye contact can provoke suspicion or doubt, but a Stoic response avoids emotional reaction, focusing instead on understanding the possible reasons behind the behavior. Perhaps the person is struggling with shame, fear, or insecurity, emotions that drive their inability to maintain openness. Such awareness fosters compassion without sacrificing vigilance. Stoic philosophy also underscores the importance of self-awareness in interactions. If someone avoids eye contact, it invites us to question our role in the dynamic. Are we creating an environment where honesty feels safe, or are we inadvertently encouraging avoidance? Marcus Aurelius urged us to enter into every man's ruling principle and see what kind of person he is. By seeking to understand the motivations behind their actions, we can address dishonesty or discomfort constructively, guided by wisdom and patience rather than judgment. To the Stoic, avoiding eye contact is not a definitive proof of deception, but a cue to observe deeper. It challenges us to practice equanimity, treating such moments as lessons in understanding human nature. Avoidance, though it may hint at hidden truths, also reveals vulnerability. By responding with calmness and empathy, we embody the Stoic ideals of reason and virtue, maintaining our integrity while navigating the complexities of interpersonal connection. Number 3. Body language. Disconnect. Body language disconnect, where actions fail to align with words, is a powerful indicator of concealed intentions. As Marcus Aurelius once noted, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." This wisdom highlights the importance of harmony and consistency, whether in a community or in communication. When a person's gestures or posture contradict their spoken words, it creates a rift that alerts the observant to a potential lack of sincerity. To a Stoic, this dissonance offers an opportunity to remain present and mindful, discerning truth without succumbing to impulsive judgment. The Stoics placed great value on reason and coherence, principles that are mirrored in honest communication. Seneca's insight that the language of truth is simple underscores the natural alignment between what is genuine and how it is expressed. A body language disconnect disrupts this simplicity, revealing an inner conflict between thought and expression. For the astute observer, these subtle signs, a hesitant smile, crossed arms, or a shifting stance, become valuable tools for identifying incongruence. By staying grounded, we can assess the situation logically, recognizing the cues without overreacting. Epictetus emphasized the importance of perception, reminding us that men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. When we notice a disconnect in someone's body language, it is crucial to interpret it thoughtfully. Such behavior might stem from deception, but it could also arise from nervousness, discomfort, or fear. Stoic philosophy encourages us to approach these moments with curiosity and composure, seeking to understand rather than immediately condemn. This perspective allows us to act in accordance with wisdom and virtue, rather than assumption. The Stoics also taught that our response to others' behavior reveals our own character. If faced with body language that contradicts words, we must resist the urge to confront aggressively or judge hastily. Marcus Aurelius urged us to be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Observing a body language disconnect can inspire self-reflection. Are we creating an environment where authenticity thrives, or are we contributing to the unease that breeds such inconsistencies? By focusing on our conduct, we maintain control over what truly matters, our own virtue. For a Stoic, every interaction is an opportunity to practice patience and understanding. Body language disconnect, while often a sign of unspoken truths, also reminds us of the imperfection inherent in human nature. As we observe these inconsistencies, we are called to embody the Stoic virtues of rationality, empathy, and restraint. Rather than reacting impulsively, we use the moment to deepen our awareness, approaching the situation with the balance and integrity that define the Stoic path. Number 4, excessive justification. Excessive justification often signals an inner conflict where words are used as a shield rather than a window to truth. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This statement reflects the simplicity and clarity of truth, which needs no elaborate defense. When someone over-explains or piles on unnecessary details, it disrupts this natural simplicity, hinting at possible deception or insecurity. To a Stoic observer, such behavior is a call to listen closely and evaluate the situation through the lens of reason and calm discernment. The Stoics valued clarity and brevity, understanding that truth is self-sufficient. Seneca noted, "Truth does not require many words. It stands firm on its own." When someone engages in excessive justification, it often stems from a fear of being questioned or caught in dishonesty. Instead of addressing a matter directly, they complicate it with extraneous information in an attempt to appear credible. This tactic, however, often has the opposite effect, as the overabundance of explanation raises suspicion. For the Stoic, this is an opportunity to remain composed, observing the behavior without being swayed by its emotional undertones. Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control, our perceptions and reactions. When encountering excessive justification, a Stoic refrains from reacting emotionally or accusing prematurely. Instead, they use their faculty of reason to assess whether the behavior arises from genuine misunderstanding, nervousness, or an attempt to mislead. It is not events that disturb us, but our judgment about them, Epictetus taught. This principle guides us to approach such situations with an open yet discerning mind, recognizing the complexity of human motives. The Stoic virtue of temperance is particularly relevant when dealing with excessive justification. By practicing self-control, we avoid letting frustration or impatience dictate our response. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be like the rocky promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it." In the context of excessive justification, this metaphor encourages us to remain steady and unshaken, focusing on understanding rather than reacting impulsively. This approach not only preserves our inner tranquility, but also allows for thoughtful interaction. Excessive justification, while often a red flag, also reveals vulnerability. It reflects a person's struggle to reconcile their actions or words with what they wish to convey. For the Stoic, this is a reminder of our shared humanity and the imperfections that bind us. Observing such behavior with patience and empathy aligns with the Stoic commitment to virtue, encouraging us to seek truth and understanding without sacrificing our own integrity or composure. By navigating these moments wisely, we honor the principles of reason, self-control, and compassion that define the Stoic path. Number 5. Sudden changes in tone or speech. Sudden changes in tone or speech often reveal more than the words being spoken, offering a glimpse into the emotions or intentions lying beneath. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul is dyed by the thoughts. Dye it, then, with a continuous stream of such thoughts as these." In the context of communication, an abrupt shift in tone reflects a departure from a steady and genuine flow, suggesting inner turmoil, discomfort, or even deception. For the Stoic observer, such changes are not cause for immediate judgment, but opportunities to practice patience and discernment, analyzing the deeper meaning behind the inconsistency. A sudden alteration in how someone speaks, whether in pitch, pace, or intensity, can signal an attempt to mask uncertainty or fear. Seneca's wisdom, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere," reminds us of the importance of consistency and focus. When speech deviates abruptly, it often lacks the harmony of authenticity, creating a disconnect between thought and expression. The Stoic approach encourages us to observe this shift calmly, acknowledging it as a potential clue, without allowing our emotions to cloud our judgment. Epictetus emphasized the value of observing without reacting, teaching that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. By attentively listening to both the content and delivery of speech, we can discern the reasons behind sudden tonal changes. Perhaps the speaker is overwhelmed, nervous, or attempting to redirect attention. Recognizing these possibilities allows us to respond with reason rather than suspicion, maintaining control over our perceptions and emotions in line with Stoic principles. Stoic philosophy also underscores the need for self-control in all interactions. A shift in tone can be jarring, tempting us to react impulsively, but Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By staying grounded and refraining from rash conclusions, we create space for a thoughtful evaluation of the situation. This response not only preserves our inner peace, but also aligns with the Stoic virtues of rationality and temperance. When sudden changes in tone or speech occur, they are less a definitive sign of dishonesty and more a reflection of human imperfection. For the Stoic, these moments are reminders to practice empathy and understanding, recognizing the pressures or insecurities that may prompt such behavior. By responding with calm observation and reasoned inquiry, we honor the Stoic ideal of seeking truth without sacrificing our own virtue, cultivating a balance between vigilance and compassion in our interactions. Number 6. Defensiveness or hostility. Defensiveness or hostility in communication often betrays a struggle within, a sign of unease or an attempt to obscure the truth. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control." This insight highlights how aggression or overreaction often emerges when an individual feels cornered, unable to maintain composure. To the Stoic observer, such behavior is a signal to remain calm and detached, recognizing it as an opportunity to understand rather than judge. When someone becomes defensive or hostile, it disrupts the natural harmony of dialogue, creating tension that clouds meaning. Seneca taught, "He who is brave is free," and this freedom comes from truth and reason, not aggression. Defensiveness often masks fear or insecurity, suggesting that the person feels threatened by the discussion or is concealing something. A Stoic approach in these moments involves maintaining tranquility and focusing on the bigger picture, avoiding the temptation to mirror hostility with hostility. Epictetus emphasized that it is not external events, but our interpretation of them that determines our peace of mind. When confronted with defensiveness, the Stoic response is to interpret it with compassion and wisdom. Instead of reacting to the surface hostility, one should consider the possible reasons behind it, perhaps shame, misunderstanding, or even a sense of vulnerability. By shifting focus from confrontation to understanding, we preserve our equanimity and demonstrate the Stoic virtue of temperance. The Stoics also remind us of the importance of self-reflection in moments of tension. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Do not be perturbed, for all things are according to nature." If someone responds defensively, it invites us to evaluate our own conduct. Are we inadvertently provoking their reaction? Are we being overly critical or failing to create an environment of openness? A Stoic approach ensures that our actions are measured and guided by reason, not by emotional impulses or the behavior of others. Defensiveness or hostility is often a reflection of inner turmoil, not necessarily dishonesty or malice. For the Stoic, it is an opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and self-control. Observing such reactions without becoming entangled in their emotional charge allows us to maintain clarity and act with integrity. Through calm reasoning, we navigate the tension without escalating it, embodying the Stoic ideal of finding strength and virtue in every interaction. Number 7. Micro-expressions. Micro-expressions, fleeting and involuntary facial movements, reveal emotions that words or actions might attempt to conceal. Marcus Aurelius noted, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," emphasizing that inner emotions often surface, even when one strives to hide them. These subtle expressions, like a flash of anger, fear, or surprise, are windows into a person's true feelings. To the Stoic, observing these moments is an exercise in awareness and detachment, an opportunity to perceive truth without succumbing to assumptions or impulsive reactions. The Stoics prize the ability to observe without interference, a skill crucial in interpreting micro-expressions. Seneca's insight, "A wise man hears one word and understands two," reminds us of the importance of paying attention to what is not explicitly stated. Micro-expressions, though brief, can signal an inner conflict or emotion that words attempt to mask. By cultivating a calm and focused mind, we can notice these subtle cues, recognizing them as valuable insights into the speaker's state of mind. Epictetus emphasized the role of perception in maintaining equanimity. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When observing a micro-expression, a Stoic refrains from immediate judgment or over-interpretation. Instead, they approach it as one piece of information among many, considering the broader context of the situation. This measured response prevents misjudgments and ensures that actions are guided by reason rather than emotion. The Stoic principle of temperance also applies when interpreting micro-expressions. A fleeting sign of distress or discontent might tempt us to probe or confront, but Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." This counsel encourages patience and restraint, reminding us that such subtle signs may not always carry the weight we initially perceive. By practicing self-control, we avoid projecting our own biases onto the situation, focusing instead on understanding and rationality. Micro-expressions highlight the delicate interplay between intention and emotion, offering an opportunity for Stoic practice. They remind us of the importance of attentiveness, self-control, and empathy in communication. Rather than reacting impulsively to these brief glimpses of truth, the Stoic seeks to understand their context and meaning, using them as tools to navigate human interactions with wisdom and virtue. Through this approach, we honor the Stoic ideals of reasoned action and compassionate engagement, ensuring that our responses remain balanced and thoughtful. Now that you're aware of the 7 signs someone might be lying to you, you're equipped with powerful tools to read between the lines and spot dishonesty. Whether it's the way they avoid eye contact, shift their tone, or become defensive. These subtle cues can help you make better judgments in your relationships, both personal and professional. Remember, the key is to stay observant and trust your instincts while maintaining empathy and understanding. People lie for many reasons, but by recognizing these signs, you can handle the situation with confidence and clarity. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful tips on communication and human behavior. Have you noticed any of these signs in your own conversations? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're looking to dive deeper into understanding body language or emotional intelligence, check out some of our other videos linked here. Stay tuned for more content that'll help you master the art of communication. Thanks for watching, and remember, knowledge is power when it comes to detecting the truth.